Welcome to another episode, everyone. These dudes have an epic, brutal clash over the racist comments made by Lucky from Hoodstock. This is Mr. Viral himself and a Mexican podcaster named Marvelous. I forget the name of his channel, but his name is Marvelous. Check him out. Let's jump right into this one, man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? California, all that shit. Lived in South Central when I was like 16. But listen, there's a lot of Hispanics out in the Northeast. They not like Mexicans and the Hispanics in the Northeast is two different types of Hispanics, mostly Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, shit like that. They have a
So they already having a conversation. They had a live that was going on. I saw just a couple of parts of it. Poetic Flacco was on this live. And they were having conversations, and the Hispanic dude is just now about to join the conversation. He hasn't said anything yet. He's just now coming on. They're about to, greet him and start talking to him.
different type of culture. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of the aggression that you see towards Hispanics in the West Coast, you don't see that because of the numbers. It's very tremendously different than what it is in LA County. You feel what I'm saying? You got to realize black people are the majority down there in Chicago and in Philadelphia.
Chicago, Philly, Baltimore. Marvelous. What's the deal?
What's up, Viral Rig? Okay, so let's address this issue correctly, right? And get down.
Okay, so he ain't coming to play. They already been talking for some time. He coming to get right to business. All right. Marvelous, what's the deal? Hey, what's up, man? Hey, let's address this issue. Okay, let's see.
To the bottom, because what all you guys are doing, right? And this is as podcasters, not as a racial thing, is bringing gang shit into the equation, and it has nothing to do with that, dog. First of all, the dude that made that statement isn't Mexicano. So for you guys to bring up Mexicans or Hispanics or Latino as a whole, as in a racial divide, that's false. You should not do that, but address that man as a man and let him deal. Go ahead.
Is he a Southsider?
That doesn't matter. That's where you're bringing it into gang equations.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you why it matters. Because if he a Southsider, the Southsider program is notoriously anti-black. That's why when he asked, no, listen, bro.
Go ahead.
When he asked the female, do you like black men? Do you date black men? She said no. He said, why? She said it's against the program. What's the program she talking about?
That's their fault.
That's anti.
And that's their fault. That's their fault and their ideology on what they think it is. But
yeah, see, and that's just the whole thing, man. It's just it's all of this justification. Once again, he comes out justifying it, man. I don't know. I'm about to let him speak for himself. But so far, come on. He says, you're making it a gang thing. Dude he's not Mexicano. I heard someone else saying that he was a Russian Jew, this lucky guy from Hoodstock, wherever he's from, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? He need to be handled. You know what I'm saying? That shit is not a game. It's not a joke. I don't care. I have no love for that individual, and him and I can handle that immediately. We need to handle that. You feel me? This is not a game. Don't be putting out just anything you want on YouTube, bro. I'm gonna maintain my composure, but don't get it twisted. Now, he says it's not a race thing because he's not Mexicano, but he's a Southsider. Let's not play games here, man. You know what your ideology is. You know who he was speaking for. He wasn't speaking for Russian Jews. It's a Hispanic podcast. Southsiders there. Southsiders on the podcast. He was talking to a Southside woman when he asked the question. Come on, man. Let's not do that. And then we say, well, what about the woman? She's Southsider. I don't date black dudes and all this. What about her? Oh, that's her ideology. I agree, though. I keep it between the people who made the comments. Like I said about Gumby, you should not make a blanket statement about the whole Hispanic race, bro, or all of the Southsiders or any of that based on what this individual had to say. we should take it up with that individual because I agree that not all of them think that way. He doesn't speak for all of them, even if he is a Southsider, if he was Mexican. He doesn't speak for all of them, bro. Nevertheless, many of them do think that way.
But the real thing is there's a program and business, right? We all know about politics, and which I'm not going to get into about. That has to do with politics, homie, not the street or podcasting as an individual. That has nothing to do with it, dog. So whether he's a Southsider or not, and whether people want to back his play as a Southsider, you're calling out a whole car, homie. That's what you're doing.
You know
If
why?
you say something, let me say one more thing, homie. If you say something disrespectful about me or whatever, I'm not gonna go diss all the blacks and say, hey, every black person is that way, because they're not. I got a lot of black homies from different hoods that show nothing but love and respect. They handle themselves cordially, and you know how to conduct. You've been to prison, homie. You know how to conduct yourself with respect. You look a man in his eyes and you deal with that man accordingly. Not as a whole car out here. This isn't the prison out here, homie.
Nah, this the difference. If he does what he does in prison, his car deals with him before the blacks even got to say anything. So if you want to keep it respectful in that terms, that needs to go on the streets too, because he's representing your whole faction when you on this internet. The same way I get on the internet, I'm from a neighborhood too. So if I do some shit that's out of whack with the neighborhood, regardless of if I think I'm just representing for me or speaking for me, nah, it's bigger than the program. I'm a black representative, period. If I get on here and I start saying, man, fuck Mexicans, woo woo, and that could lead to a war in the street, guess what? The blacks have to hold me accountable and be like, nah, nigga, you tripping.
Hold on, and viral. Hey, let me reply to
like, oh, that's just viral. We gonna get that viral. No, they gonna start saying, man, fuck the blacks. It's on with the blacks.
Let me reply to his statement.
And that's true. We all know this, man, that, if myself or any other black podcaster, YouTuber, what have you, gets on here and makes derogatory terms towards any race, that entire race, particularly the Southsiders or Hispanics, yes, they're not going to say, as a whole, there may be a couple of them who are mature enough and have the emotional intelligence in that moment to say, I'm just going to hold that one individual accountable for that. I'm just going to hold Damian Porter accountable for his actions and his verbiage and no one else. But for the most part, the vast majority would say, man, hell no, fuck the blacks, man. These dudes tripping, especially if the blacks don't check me. They're gonna be like, man, fuck all them fools. You know what I'm saying? The fuck they let this dude do this shit? Hell no. Fuck it's on. No, bro. They not fit just come for me. That's not how they operate, bro. Y'all know that's not how y'all operate. Y'all coming for all the blacks. So it's the same thing, bro. This dude is representing the Southsiders. He's a representative. He's from the Southsider gang. Damn what his race is. He's a Southsider. He think he Mexican. He from a Southsider gang. So damn, Jew or whatever, he don't think he a Jew. He ain't walking around with the Torah.
Accountable, bro. We can't just say, oh, it's that one man. Nah, bro, we gotta hold each other accountable.
No, but viral, at the same time, it wasn't just him. It was a whole group of them up there, and you let old boy call in on the same type of fuckery and the same type of energy. So we can't just keep it to him, because it's a whole group of them up there co-signing the same fuckery and bullshit.
Who's the group? Who's the group that you're saying?
It was 3 of them up there, the call-in nigga and the fucking chick that was up there. That's 5 fucking people co-signing the same fucking bullshit.
And for the record,
that's true, because they were all laughing. No one checked them. No one said, oh, man, you tripping. No one said, oh, man, it's not right. No one said, oh, man, I don't want to be a part of disparaging an entire race of people. No, they all took part in the tomfoolery. They were complicit by staying there and allowing this to transpire on their watch. They didn't say anything then, and most people are not saying anything now. I guess I heard someone say in the comments, man, go check out Blueface. He said that they should apologize. You know, you want to play all this other stuff as if I'm stirring the pot. Go check out Blueface and play that video where he said that they should apologize. Okay.
For the record, I already stated this ain't directed to all Hispanics. So if you're not racist and you're not anti-black, don't take offense. If it don't apply, let it fly. This is to the ones calling us mayates and all this shit. And I don't even care about them. It's when you try to get involved in black culture, like you want to call us this and that, but then you want to rap. You want to say you don't fuck with black.
Let me tell. All right, look it. Let me tell all you guys something about that. Okay, you want to bring up rap and how Mexicanos cling to you dudes and all this and that, right? And you want to talk about your captivity and all this and that. We were the first ones to go under captivity. If you know your history, we were the first ones to go under captivity. So you can miss me with all that slave shit because we were slaves too, and we're both slaves together now in this country.
False. That's false.
That is not false.
That's false,
You don't
bro.
know your history, bro. I teach history.
I'm gonna tell you why it's false. Black people,
Man, most black people ain't even from
on
Africa,
the planet
bro.
before
Thank you,
Hispanics
bro.
was a race. And we was
No,
already
bro.
raping each other.
Our lineage
The
goes
whole rap-
farther back than
listen.
anybody else's lineage.
The whole
Listen, hold on.
the whole
Can I
rap
respond
and
to
hip hop
something real
industry is based off of poetry, bro, and telling your story of captivity, homie, and the trials and tribulations
that
that you're
ain't-
going
that
through.
ain't-
Okay, let me
Okay,
ask you this
that
one
we
ain't-
question.
both
Hold on,
go
hold
through
on.
those
Let me
trials
ask
and
him this one
tribulations.
question.
We
Let
were
Let me
both
ask him a
come through.
question.
You can't argue with me, homie.
Mike,
You
No,
can't
I just
argue.
want to ask you a question, bro. I just want to ask you
Go ahead.
one question.
Go ahead.
But hold on, that ain't.
I'm
hold
gonna
on, that
ask him
ain't
one
hip-
thing, bro.
that ain't-
Hold on,
How
don't
many
yell at
black
me.
men?
One mic.
I just want to ask him one thing, bro. How many black guys did you see doing mariachi music and shitting on Hispanic culture? None.
How many
I
what?
already told you. How many
many-
black people did you see doing mariachi music that's shitting on the Hispanic culture? None. But we see Hispanics doing black culture, but shitting on us as a people, though.
And then another
What
thing
do you-
is we can't let
that
y'all
doesn't even make
redirect
sense.
what is hip
That
hop.
makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense.
We can't let y'all redirect what is hip hop. Hip hop is
Look
not
at, bro.
just poetry.
Look at.
Hip hop.
Ain't nobody redirecting what is hip hop, but you're not gonna say that's yours and be a gatekeeper.
Hold on. Use an outsider, bro.
I'm just letting them talk. I don't want to get into. I will, about this captivity statement that he just made. I suppose his position is that the Hispanic culture has also gone through trials and tribulations and thus have a right to listen to hip hop music and to make it their own and to express themselves in that manner because they have experienced the same sort of history that we have. Let me see if they are going to correct this or not. They're trying to. If not, maybe I'll have to give them a history lesson. Let's see, though.
Bro, hip hop deals with 5 elements, bro. Simple as that. It's 5 elements to hip hop.
Let's hear this.
It doesn't deal with poetry. And the thing is, they was all independently created by the black people in America. You guys came along later, and we allowed you guys to be participants in it. Bro, what are you talking about?
False.
No, bro, it's MCing, it's DJ, it was breakdancing, it was graffiti.
He's combative, bro. Now, I'm not singling him out. They're having a conversation. They're all, emotions are high. We know what the topic is. This guy, Lucky from Hoodstock, that made the statement that he made. I'm trying not to harp on that. People have said worse things, even on the internet, about myself and my people. And black people have made comments as well, bro. That are disrespectful or suspicious or what have you. And one can take umbrage to. So I don't want to get on a high horse and then when my people do something, I'm quiet. So I'm trying not to beat this situation up. I'm letting them all express themselves. And when I say he's combative, I'm just saying, he came out swinging, he came out strong. Let's correct this right now. And the way he's yelling now, false. And he has a lot on his mind. He hasn't smiled yet or whatever. He has a channel. But no one is smiling. As I said, I'm not just singling them out. Everyone's upset. Everyone's upset about this issue. Rightfully so or not. I'm saying everyone that's right here, having this conversation. Everyone's emotions are heightened here. You can tell, not just him. Let's see how it unfolds.
Graffiti.
And it was knowledge of self.
You know what? Let me explain something.
Hold
Let me
on,
explain
hold on,
something.
no,
Okay, go
I
ahead.
gotta correct you about hip-hop.
Go ahead.
It wasn't
ahead.
about captivity.
Go
We
ahead.
started a culture in the inner city, the Bronx, New York, to be exact. Yeah, there
Go ahead.
was some people of like Jamaican descent, but they had Black American influence because that's where they were raised.
The Jamaicans even copied the Black Americans, like
started
DJ
telling
Disco
our
Mario.
stories. We started telling our stories via rap. It caught fire. It went worldwide. Every culture is now a part of it, but don't get it misconstrued. That is still Black culture that they're a part of. We can't change the history.
Look at. Let me explain something, because you just said what I said right now. They were telling the story, right? Through dance, music, and song, right?
Yeah, but it was the Black American experience. This wasn't.
What is Black? Is Puerto Rican Black? Is Colombian Black? Is Cubano Black?
They have Black in their history.
Listen, y'all was telling y'all story.
Man, you're so caught up on the word Black. That's what keeps you. That's what keeps you in your little box. You're so caught up on that word.
Keep it G. I'm not caught up on the word. What I'm caught up on is anything that we create. No one wants to give us the utmost credit for it. It's like, yeah, y'all created it, but we like it.
Let me tell you something, though. This is what you're not understanding, bro.
Anything that y'all create, we give y'all the credit. Like
Viral, check it out. Check it out, Viral. Check it out. Let me say this one thing, because I gotta start my show. But let me say one thing, bro. Let me say one thing. This isn't something that you started. This is both of our stories of captivity that we're expressing through music and dance. So you can't go claim the fame as a single segment group, bro. You can't do that.
It's not.
We can do that. Yes, we can. That's our music. It's our culture. And no one has the experience. No one, not even the Jews, have experienced what Black people have experienced. We'll get into that. No problem, man. I'm gonna have to give y'all a fucking history lesson. Real. I've studied this shit for years, bro. Oh man.
Not both of our stories.
Bro,
this is something we
not in captivity, bro.
You need to study, bro. You need to study history.
Bro, you can't tell me to study my history.
Majority of us didn't come over here on no captivity.
What do you mean study your history? I actually teach your history. What are you talking about?
That's cool, but you can't tell me about my history more than me. The fact that you're saying
he teach our history. What history does he teach? Marvelous. What you teach? Black history? I want to know if you teach Black history, bro. We need to have a conversation. I need to know what you know.
Tell us about your Asian history. Why you don't talk about your Asian history that you got?
And what do you're coming out with some nonsense, homie. Where did you get Asian from? Where did you get that from? Where did you get that from?
Bro, he don't know nothing about his lineage, bro. He don't know nothing about the lineage talk, bro.
No, you don't know anything about the lineage talk, homie. You should watch my show, homie. You should watch my podcast so you can learn something about your culture. Because what you're dealing with right now, is a trend, homie. You're stuck in a trend, in a gang mentality, homie. This has nothing to do with gangs. This has nothing to do with gangs, homie.
Make that shit make sense. I'm gonna learn something about a Black culture from Hispanic. Make that make sense, bro. I'll
make a whole lot of sense with it.
Come on, bro. That shit don't even sound correct.
Right now, and you're emotional. That's what it is. You're emotional.
See, I said this before. They tend to do this whenever you stand up for yourself or whatever. They say that you're emotional, that you're playing the victim card. Black people, Black men, don't go for that bullshit talk. Never go for that sucker shit. Are you playing the victim card? Well, you have been a victim for 500 years. If you're acting like a if you are acting like a victim, it's only because you have been a victim for hundreds of years in this hypocritical country. You sure have not been victorious. You haven't been victimizing an entire race, but you have been the victim of an entire race. And so, in order to shut you down often during a debate or argument, a back and forth, a conversation, tournament, what you will, people, not just other racists, even if you're arguing with your wife, she's going to say something, to try to emasculate you and get you to stop your stance, to stop the argument, to change your position, to stop standing up for yourself. That's it. Either or stop crying, or you being a victim, or you're emotional. No, what I'm saying is correct and accurate, and you have no comeback for it. You have no rebuttal. And in order to mask that, you transfer the blame to me and say that I'm emotional or I'm this and that, when really I'm making perfect sense and you have nothing to refute it. But instead of admitting that, I'm not saying that's necessarily the case here, even though, yeah, it is the case here. Instead of admitting that, you call me emotional. Emotional, by the way, those is fighting words, bro. You emotional, that's the same as saying you acting like a bitch, you a bitch, or whatever. That's the same shit, bro. Fuck that. That's the same shit. Don't tell me I'm emotional. If you tell me I'm emotional, do not be in swinging distance. Do not be in, my arms long. Do not be in swinging distance, bro. On my mama, don't be in swinging distance. On my mama, rest in peace. You big fella, man, you emotional. Don't be in don't be in swinging distance, boy.
And you don't know how to deal with it.
Tell a black man
You
about
don't
a
know how
black
to deal
culture.
with it.
Ain't nobody non-black tell a black man about black culture, and you non-black. It don't
So
work
you're
like
black?
that.
So you're
It
black?
don't work like that.
Are you black?
feel me?
Are you black?
Hold on. I don't want to mute y'all. Look, the fact that you just asked this man, what does Asia have to do with Mexican culture? That let me know you ain't studied enough.
Listen, he don't know.
So how can you tell us about our
Both
culture?
you guys are just piggybacking off of it. Asian has nothing to do with our culture. The Barren Straits got nothing to do with our culture.
Go look at
So
where
you
y'all
talking?
migrate.
Hold on, you talking about the Barren? Hold on, you talking about the Barren Strait?
And talking about man, you guys are mixed up, man. You guys are mixed up.
Ancestors of
we talking about the Pacific slave trade from Asians being enslaved in colonial Mexico. Do you not know about the Treaty of Condado?
Listen. What do you talk? Of course I do. Of course I do. I talk about it on my show. Maybe you don't know who I am, but I talk about all that on my show.
Well, I don't
what
know
this
about
has to deal with, what this has to deal with is a Russian dude disrespecting you guys and using the words from a movie. A movie that was put out. That's what it has to deal with. You deal with that person as a man. You deal with that person as a man.
See, this is what gets me, man. See, I'm sorry, man. There's no accountability. Now, I'm not saying that he has to take responsibility for another man and what another man said or did, bro. It's like if someone else does something, then I'm liable to tell you to take it up with that individual, bro. He doesn't speak for me. And because he let something come out of his mouth as to how he feels, it's not a reflection upon me. Why the fuck I gotta do something about it or whatever? Take it up with him. He said it. I get that. But that you're not responsible for this individual and his actions or his words. And I'm not expecting you to go over there and unalive the man for what he said. But to minimize it, that's exactly what you're doing when what? Come on, man. What does a movie have to do? Some shit that he got from a movie. I don't give a fuck where he got, so that makes it okay? That's what he's saying. You justifying it by saying, it's not that, he got it from a movie. Every time these motherfuckers do some bullshit, every time they're racist, bro, The white people too. They always try to minimize it, justify it. Every time. I didn't mean it like that. It's not such a big deal. Y'all need to get over it. There's never any accountability. Now he's saying it's just a movie. And a Russian Jewish guy. So if we go break his neck, y'all not gonna do nothing, right? Because he's just a Russian Jewish guy. Or is he one of y'all? Is he your fucking people? Because you can't have it both ways. Is he your people or not? Don't try to separate yourself from him now, because if we go do something to him, you're not gonna separate yourself from him, right? You got his back because he's from El Sereno. So he your people. Knock it off.
Not a whole neighborhood, homie. You don't want that war. Don't do that.
Bro,
don't do that.
What war, bro? What
I'm
war?
saying because you're calling out all the Southsiders, homie. You're saying you're disrespecting the whole car. Don't do that.
What war, bro? We not the only blacks in the world, bro.
I'm not saying that. But you don't want to do that, bro. You don't want to do that.
Tell me what
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You can't tell me what I want to do. I want to do exactly what I'm doing and speaking up for my people. The same way y'all speak up for
then
y'all.
Speak up for your people. Then teach them then.
So
then teach them. Because I'm doing that. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I am.
Be careful here, man. Because I rock with my South Side people, the ones that are not racist. There are some ones that really got love for blacks and rock with blacks, bro. But there are some very racist ones as well, And we don't want a war with anyone. But we don't fear a war with anyone. We're not going to turn down a fight from anyone. Those days are long gone. Those days are over. Yes, we will lose some people, but we will not be alone, bro. We will not die alone. Those days are over. Stop reading those slave books, bro. That shit is over. And they're lying anyway. There were many slave rebellions, bro. Many. Black people fought back and have been fighting back for centuries. We're not afraid of anyone. And he's threatening war and saying, who said anything about a war? Who said anything about a war? I ain't heard anyone say anything about any violence or any war during this whole conversation or any other conversations, bro, that I've been hearing on the internet or whatever concerning this topic, this situation with this guy. I've heard none of that. About a war, people have offered their opinion on it, but I haven't heard anyone, or at least no blacks or whatever, say, yeah, this gonna cause a war. See, he talking about a war. You see what I'm saying? They think we scared, bro. The racist ones, they think we fucking scared, bro. This is what they think of black people. Imagine, listen to this shit. Your people disrespect my people. Let me get this right. Your people denigrate and disparage my entire race, and I'm willing to die for my motherfucking race. Your people disrespect my people, and you're mad? You're the one talking about war? You see what I'm saying? Black people are not talking about war, but we're the ones that were disrespected. And if anyone is talking about war, shouldn't it be us? But no, you feel like you can disrespect us and then threaten war on us. When we are upset about the disrespect, then you threaten war on us. Man, we don't give a fuck about no war, bro. We don't give a fuck about no war. Now, like I said, hey, it's all good. My Southside people, bro, the black and brown uniting, there's been conversations about that. And we need to dig into that, bro. But this type of rhetoric right here is not helping the situation. It's not helping the relationship with the black people and the brown people in Los Angeles, California, or around the world. That's it. What Lucky said, it's not helping it. What some other blacks say on podcasts, it's not helping the situation. Period. Everyone has fault. There's blame to go around. Black people are not innocent. Nevertheless, black people are not threatening war. Almost ever. Bro, everybody bleeds. Everybody got a gun. Nobody give a fuck. The fuck? Nah, man, don't say that shit. Don't go there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfucker go there. Don't go there, we go there. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And we trying to do something different. It's supposed to be the mission. They can express themselves. They're upset at something that this individual who's a Southsider, I'm upset about it as well. I'm just not going to make a big deal about it. I just ain't going to fuck with him. I know where he stands. I know where a lot of them stand and how a lot of them feel. He's just expressing it. This is how most of the country feels. Every fucking race, bro. And if you think something different, you're fooling yourself. And so when they express themselves about how they feel, about their people being taken advantage of or being belittled, you threaten war on them because they're not happy about the situation. They have not been threatening during this conversation. They have not been violent, threatening violence or any of that. I haven't seen that. Who's the first one that mentions war? And then said, y'all don't want that, bro. You don't want no war. Who the fuck? Man, let me, boy.
Movie link. It was a movie reference. Where in that conversation did he reference the movie?
What did he say?
You know what he said. You
okay?
tell
Where did he get that line from?
I can't tell you because he never referenced the movie in that convo.
He doesn't have to reference the movie, but he heard it from somewhere, right?
Man, nobody gives a fuck all that. I'm done playing with this dude. Marvelous. Where the fuck this guy? I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Don't be talking about you teach black history. Don't be about black history. You don't know enough. I know you don't. I can see right now. You don't know. Fuck all that. We'll teach black history, but if you say y'all have the same struggles and y'all been in captivity and all that, then teach that history. Teach your history. Leave the teaching of black history up to black people. Because you're minimizing what this individual did. You're justifying it and you're teaching black history. No, we don't need your help, bro.
I don't give a fuck where he heard it from.
The bottom line, listen, listen, viral.
Racist, listen, I heard a lot of derogatory racist words.
I did too.
Towards the Mexican community in movies. That don't mean I'm gonna get on my podcast and say them and say, well, I heard that in a fucking movie.
Okay, then address that man in his podcast, not a neighborhood. Not a neighborhood.
No, I'm addressing that whole culture because that whole culture is trying to get involved in our culture while saying we don't fuck with your culture. So why are you trying to be a part of us?
So then you're the racist then. You're the one saying that you don't fuck with our culture, right? That's what you just said.
What? Tell me where I said
Didn't you just say that?
Tell me where I said that.
Right now, you just said, repeat what you said.
I said
that you don't fuck with our culture.
That whole South Side thing where she said, I can't date a black because it's against the rules. That culture wants to rap. That culture gets on our podcast. That culture gets cosigns from our rappers to make money and be a part of our culture. And we welcomed y'all with open arms. But
who's
y'all
we?
Around,
who's we?
Who we? Anybody?
Who's we,
black,
homie? You're not the one making a deal. You're not the one signing. You're not a producer. Who are you?
I don't give a fuck. If you black, I'm black. So it's a part of my
You're
language.
not even black. So what are you talking about? Why don't you learn the definition of the word that you're using? Fool, you're brown.
I know the word. I already said it earlier in the show. Yeah, it means dead and not a human and all that.
Okay, look it. That's all I'm gonna say, homie. Don't drag gang shit into it. If she said that statement, then that's what she said. And if that Russian dude said that statement, then hold that man accountable, fool. Don't bring gang shit or politics into it. That's all I'm gonna say, dog. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's what you do.
You're gonna get a lot of youngsters hurt that watch you, bro. That's what you're gonna do.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, because people are gonna try to make a point out of your emotions. That's why.
Ain't that what I just said? Yeah, look, he running now. Exactly. This why you can't have a conversation with them. The true feelings come out every single time. Every single time. Shout out to Shorty from Hemet for the donation. You said I'm a Southsider. Fools are.
Okay, so he just walked off the podcast as we seen. After yet another threat about getting a lot of youngsters hurt. He's not talking about his people, right? But if you think black people about to be out here on the motherfucking streets hurting and leaking, you got another motherfucking thing coming. It ain't happening. Let's see what else these dudes got to say real quick, man. Got me all fucked up now. Jeez.
Almost certified, arguing with a no good. See, I don't even know y'all politics. I don't even really know who bro is. Dude hit me up on Instagram.
Oh, they say he is no good. So they live right there. So the comment just came in. So he has a channel, like I said, is a marvelous something. I forget some of the name of his channel. Look like he go live a lot. I looked at it. He got a couple of his videos, 2 hours long and more. And they're all live videos. I don't know all of them live, but I don't know how long he's been around or whatever. But so now they're saying he's no good in the comments. They just said, man, you arguing with somebody that's no good. He gotta be good. All this shit he's saying, he's speaking for the Southsiders. He just said he about to start a war. It's about to be war with the Southsiders, and keep the Southsiders out your mouth. Just address that man. Don't address the whole gang. Like, he's speaking for the Southside. He don't tell me he ain't no good. He a dropout after all this shit, bro. I know the Southsiders ain't letting somebody come out there and speak for them like that. That's a dropout. I know that ain't the case. So let's continue. Maybe I'm mishearing this shit. Maybe this shit is wrong. Let's see. Fuck.
So if he no good, y'all got him up here talking for y'all.
Exactly. Is he no good? Really? I don't know. I'm just following the video. I don't know. He might be a shot caller. You talking about fucking inmate, homie? You ain't know what you mean talking about the homie? I don't know. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? What I do know, it ain't nobody afraid of no goddamn war with any motherfucking body. I know that shit.
Nigga gonna tell me what the fuck I can speak on, man. I'm gonna speak on whatever the fuck I want to speak on. Ain't no man breathing, walking this earth gonna tell me what the fuck I can and can't say out my mouth. Nigga, you can keep them threats. They ain't stopped making guns when they started making yours. Nigga, get the fuck up out of here with that shit. Bottom line is, they don't like when the truth come out. Didn't I tell y'all? No one is hated more than he who speaks the truth. He tried to flip it and say, I'm racist, by saying I don't fuck with your part of your race that is racist to mine. How is that racist? How do that make sense to anybody? I said we welcomed y'all with open arms, only for y'all to turn around and start disrespecting us after we welcomed y'all. Oh, you racist, homie. What about the motherfucking racist shit coming out of your mouth? You sitting here telling 3 black men, I teach your history. I can tell you about you more than you, and he don't even know his own fucking history. Talking about what do Asia got to do with, like what? And this, y'all see the shit live on display. Oh, you bringing gang shit into it. I'm bringing it into it, or she brought it into it. When she said, I can't date a black man because of the rules of my gang. So was that me bringing gang shit into it? Or did she bring gang shit into the conversation?
Well, she brought it into the conversation. Of course, we know this. but they're not going to take accountability. None of them are. Any race, any racist people, they're not going to take accountability, bro. They never do. And to expect it from them, it's just a severe waste of time.
If you don't like gang shit being talked about, tell your people don't get on their platforms and talk about it. Don't come over here trying to check me. I ain't no Southsider. Nigga, you don't tell me what the fuck to do. Go holler at your people, bro. You don't call no shots to the black race at all. Same way in prison, your shot callers don't tell us what to do. You ain't finna tell me what to do in the free world on the free internet. Nigga, keep on knock it off. All that fake trying to bully shit. Oh yeah, you gonna get a lot of people. Well, start get the hurting in, nigga. I'm saying, because there's gonna be people hurt on both sides. And that's the shit I be talking about. Motherfuckers think they can just bully you because they got numbers and all that. Like, we supposed to be scared, man, if you don't knock it off. It's a movie reference. Where in the conversation was the movie ever referenced? No, you know when that started coming up? In the comments. Oh, we heard that in Boys in the Hood. I don't give a fuck if you heard it in Menace to Society. I heard a lot of racist shit about Hispanics in movies. I don't get on my podcast and say it. Not even as a joke. Nigga came on here to send a threat. Man, if you don't get the fuck up out of here, bro. Now they telling me he no good in the comments. Now I got to go do my research and find out if he's really a chomo, because that's what his own people saying.
Chomo? Man, I'm gonna have to do my homework too, man. It can't be no chomo with all that. He talking like he's a killer. Like he's a shot caller. Be a war, homie. You don't want that. You don't want that. Man said the motherfucker don't want no war with him and his crew. And your crew is a crew of cheesy chomo-easies? A crew of Pee Wee Hermans, bro? Jeff Fogels and all these motherfuckers. Where the fuck that? The old Subway dude? This your crew?
These niggas is crazy. Y'all got us fucked up though.
He came over.
Sit here, try to have a respectful convo, but you know when the facts start hitting, you can't rebuttal with nothing. So now the anger kick in, now the emotions kick in. Now you start saying shit emotionally like a female instead of having a civil, logical conversation. If you didn't know about the Asia history with your people, maybe you should go do some research and be like, damn, I never even looked into that. Yeah, I'm gonna do my research and get back to you on that.
Yeah, he looked at me like, what that got to do with it? Man, you don't even know your own damn history. I don't like when people flee their own homeland, didn't fight their own government to build and do all they shit there, but gonna come here and try to fight us and our shit that we built. I just don't like that shit.
Right, nigga, you the fuck you gonna tell me we can't speak up for ourselves? Nigga, if you don't get the fuck up out of here with that, fuck is wrong with niggas? Oh, don't speak on the whole card. Well, nigga, tell your card stop saying anti-black shit then, nigga.
Yeah, because when it become anti-black now, you speaking on a whole race at that particular
right,
point.
You talking about a gang.
Fuck a whole card.
You speaking on a race, nigga. Fuck a black, fuck a Crip, a Blood, a GD, a B. You speaking on the black race itself. You talking about a gang, nigga. If you
and that's what that was what Munchie B point. Just to get back to the topic a little bit, that was his whole point, even bringing it up about the P-face dude in the whole situation, because it's disrespecting the whole race. It's not about no banging shit.
And that's what I say is when you get into it with them, it goes from some gang shit and it goes to some race shit. It never stays with the gang shit. It always goes to some race shit.
Well, that's why I was trying to explain earlier. A lot of that race shit, a lot of their gangs is from their culture. It's cultural gangs. You see what I'm saying? And their culture has anti-blackness inside of it. So no matter if they're cool with you, cordial with you, it's racist shit that's just gonna happen. It's gonna pop out. It's gonna be said. It's gonna be done. All that I'm cool with you, we black and brown. They don't want, man. I know these people, bro. I done been around all types of people.
This the thing, bro. You go to New Orleans, you don't have this problem. You go to St. Louis, you don't have this problem. You go to Philly, you don't have this problem.
You only see
Baltimore, you go to Detroit, you go to anywhere that's majority black, you don't have this problem. You don't get these threats. You don't get none of that. It's like, bro, that's coward shit to me. That's not real. Oh, you don't want this war. Why? Because y'all 40% and y'all know we 7? Nigga, that make you tough? Like, come on, bro, knock it off.
Yeah, that's how they always did. Play with the number game. That's always been the name of that shit, the numbers game.
These niggas is crazy, bro. Shout out to the ones that's riding with us. Cause
I felt like he came on trying to dictate how you need to be speaking against your people. Like, that's weird, bro. Like,
bro, that's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers think that they could run us the way they run their program. Like, yeah, this is how you need to know, nigga. I need to do things the way I see fit. You go do what you see fit with your people over there. Don't come over here telling me what I need to say and how I need to say it, nigga. I'm not no Southsider, nigga. I don't take orders from you. The fuck wrong with you?
Making little passive aggressive ass threats like, oh, you ain't gonna want to do this now. You don't want to do that. Man, sit your old weird ass down. You Asian slave. You don't even know who the hell you is.
These motherfuckers is crazy, bro. And it's like all over what your people said. Like that's the whole synopsis of this whole conversation. This starts off of what your people said. We didn't just turn on the camera and start talking about these topics. Yo, people jumped out their body and said this shit.
Correct.
Now, all of a sudden,
the so-called Russian Jew. Now he's a Russian Jew. Now you ain't claiming him, but you're ready to go to war over him, so you are claiming him. I'm confused. And as I said, bro, to the Southsiders that rock with us, and there are quite a few. There are some who genuinely don't have any hatred for black people, who genuinely don't see color like that. And there are some who have love for black people, bro. There are. They're just not in the majority. For reasons that, are pretty deep, which I will eventually apparently have to get into. It's the environment. I mean, a lot of them have racism in their heart. They said as much themselves. The Hispanics said as much themselves, as I said on TikTok videos and all that. And they explain why and how in their culture this is taught, bro. These are not my words. But for those Hispanics who are not this way, like this individual here threatening war because some individuals are expressing themselves, then we rock with you. But for those who think like this and think that black people won't defend themselves, because that's what he thinks, thinks that we just won't win a war. That's why he's convinced. You don't want this, homie. You don't want this. Is what he said. You don't want this. Oh, man. The black people, man, we're coming together. We're done killing each other. It's not going to happen overnight, but slowly but surely, this is happening, bro. And all that violence and anger and misery that we put upon each other for decades, that shit's going to go somewhere else, bro, when we all come together. We don't want it to go nowhere. We want it to go in the ocean and die off, that violent spirit. But under threat or attack, then it will go where it needs to go.
You don't want to claim them as your people. But just a week ago, he was your people. Oh,
he trying to make it seem like it was one person. He trying to make it seem like it was one person. And like Reckless said, it was 5 people.
Yeah, man, because they were all on there laughing. He asked the Hispanic woman, and she the one said what she said. He said what he said. They were laughing. Dude on the call in laugh. It wasn't just him, bro, that made the statement. They were all complicit. They were all participating in it. But again, I don't care. People have sat around the table and said way worse shit than that about black people, and we don't really care. We get over it. We go through it. We live this shit every day, bro. We know it. We're not stupid. We know that this is how people really feel about us. If you don't know it, you're stupid. Shit, you know. So it's not a big deal. That's why I wasn't really jumping in the fray at first. I didn't, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be in swinging distance when you're talking like that about myself or my people. That's it. And I'm going to fight for myself. I'm going to fight for my people, bro. You feel me? That's it. Don't be around me with that shit. That's it. Keep that shit right there on your microphone, on that camera. And you start threatening war and coming out into the street with it and all that, man, ain't nobody turning nothing down. We all got to die one day, bro. We all bleed. We all got to go. Nobody gives a fuck. If we got to go, if I got to go a little bit earlier, then so be it. I'll see you there.
On that damn podcast all together with the phone call and all, that was all in set and pro sale. You feel what I'm saying? They all with the shit. That's the normal conversation with them.
Bro,
Mayate, African booty church.
And it's like, y'all crazy. It's like if I get on here and start saying a bunch of racist shit to Mexicans every week, and then I pick a different movie where I heard it at, y'all think they gonna be cool with that? Like, man, if you don't knock it off, nigga, that's the biggest cop out ever. I can see if you chilling with your homie and y'all joking like that back and forth. Like, bro, once you get on a platform, you're talking to the world now, and you're representing not just yourself.
And shout out to Flacco, big ass. I was gonna get on his ass too, because he was up here just capping too. Because he know that these people have deep-rooted culture and hate, and they don't be having that same disdain for the white man. Let's just be real with it. They don't be having these same perspectives, and they encourage the mixture and the alignment with these white people. They literally have a culture to go against blackness, bro. They can say what they want to about it. And Flacco know that, man. Even in his country where he's from, Liberia, they do too. They got the.
You talking about Poetic Flacco? As I said, I'm about to end this video because they going on and on now. They should have said some of this shit to the dude while he was there, even though he did cut off and didn't really give him a chance. They talking about Poetic Flacco. As I said, he was on this podcast, this live earlier before Marvelous had came on, and I didn't catch their conversation. I just saw him as I was looking for this part. So maybe I'll go and see what Flacco had to say as well. Obviously, they had this whole conversation was about race before he even came on, or about Lucky from Hoodstock and his comments. But it was just them talking at first, and then he came on. So I don't know what they were saying at first amongst themselves before before Marvelous came on. Maybe I'll go check it out and see if it's interesting enough to get into that and see what their perspective is or was before this individual even came on, see what Flacco had to say as well. Maybe I won't, man. But let me play a little bit more. Then y'all can go check this out. This is Marvelous. This guy's name on the left, my left, is Mr. Viral himself. And then this dude right here is with the mask on is from Reckless Podcast, as you can see. Then the app Original Power here. So shout out to these dudes, man, using their content. Let's continue for a second. Getting long.
Derogatory terms for black people too.
Right. And all I'm saying is, nigga, what is your motherfucking issue for real? Like, it's not a free-for-all to just freely disrespect us because you feel like we should take it. Like, regardless of what the numbers is. Like, nigga, we still men at the end of the day. So that shit is out.
Yeah, they think that LA County numbers can dwindle over the last 40 years. Yeah, they feel like they got the ups. A lot of people on the left.
Right. Niggas talking about this war. Nigga, why don't you go start the war with motherfucking ICE? They already kicked the war off.
Yeah, they ain't bullshitting neither.
They jumping out in your homes and all. Y'all ain't got no smoke for them at all. Why? Because you ain't got the numbers with that. They just gonna keep sending troops and keep sending troops and keep sending troops. So y'all like, fuck it, we can't win that.
Yeah, so they instead of directing their hate and the real anger towards the people who really on their ass, they rather put it at the people who ain't helping their ass no more. That's crazy.
All because they want a free pass to disrespect you. Like, these niggas, man, these motherfuckers crazy.
That's their entitlement shit.
Well, yeah, and that's what they think about black people at the end of the day. Some of them. some, I will not include all. So I'm gonna end it there, man. That shit got heated, as we saw. I didn't see it all from the beginning. Before I played it, I didn't see any of it really. A couple of minutes of it or something. So I didn't know that it went there. This dude had threatened war, and that a lot of youngsters are going to get hurt. These young YNs, as they call them, are out here hurting people. These motherfuckers got bazookas, bro. They're not worried about that. They're not finna get hurt. If they do, they ain't gonna return it. They're gonna return the hurt. Black people in general are gonna return it. They're gonna return the hurt. We're tired of dying by ourselves. We're tired of dying alone. I am. And I'm not gonna allow it. I'm not gonna allow my people to sit there and let someone brutalize them. Hell not. You better be ready for a motherfucking fight for real. You better be ready for this war that you talking about for real. But on another note, as I said, to my Southsiders, Northern, Hispanic people, period, that rock with my people and my culture and not in an exploitative way, then we rock with you as well. We are united with you. And, we want to end racism. We are united with you in that way. But for those who think in a different way, for those who are racist, towards black people, they love white people, but the ones that are they racist towards black people. For those who are, the feeling is mutual. Feel the same about fuck you too. It is what it is. So that's it, bro. I can't. That's it, man. Well, I continue to stay on top of this, man, and see what's going on, because this shit is brewing now, apparently. And motherfuckers threatening war and all this. So, it could get out of hand, but let's see what we all can do to reel it back in before it does get out of hand. I'll try to be instrumental in that as well, and make sure that my rhetoric is not adding fuel to the fire, which maybe parts of this video just did. I don't know, but I'm just expressing myself. That was just my immediate reaction, and that's what it is, But my objective would be to de-escalate the situation. So that's my aspiration. But, though that is my aspiration, my disposition will always be to fight and die for my people. Stay safe and stay free, people.